What up YouTube? This video was taken on this Tuesday morning, September 27th, 2022. Time right now is 8:50 a.m. And I thought I would do a little before the storm video of I'm all closed up. As you see here, I put the grill away and put all that outside stuff away, so I'm all set there. But I wanted to focus the video on the water level. Water level has been abnormally high the past month because back when the Northeast was not getting any rain at all, we were getting rain every single evening. And I have a feeling with Hurricane Ian approaching that it's gonna really go up a lot higher. But you know, time will tell. But I thought it would be cool to document before and document after. I watched a video last night I made back September of 2019 where apparently, and I totally forgot about this, apparently Hurricane Dorian was going to come, and I made a video showing all the preparation I made, but Hurricane Dorian never came. I kind of forget what even happened to that. And in that video I was talking about how the water level was high because at the time the water level was 9 inches from the top of the dock. And back then I thought it was high, but that's not really that high because since then, last year, September 2020, the water level went over top my seawall on this side. Apparently this side of the seawall is a little higher, even though it doesn't look like it. When the water went over my seawall in September 2020, it was right here, and it barely went over the seawall, and that's the highest I ever seen it. And there's a lot of politics surrounding the water level, which I'm not going to get into. The people who are in control of the water level know about our concerns, but I don't think they're really going to do anything about it. The good news is, and if you watch that Dorian video, I went and I checked the drain, and I might do that today, and they weren't draining it at that point in time. When this morning my neighbor told me that they checked the drain and they are draining it, and I know they're draining it because last week it was 4 inches from the top of my dock, and this week it's like 5.5 inches. Each one of those strips are 2 inches, so that's how I kind of keep track of the top of the dock. So I'm gonna go around. I know some other properties are much lower than I am, so I'm gonna go around and kind of document that, and then I might even take my one wheel. My neighbors told me about a place that's kind of really underwater. I might take my one wheel and do a ride on a back dirt road and try to see how I can get some video of that. On a side note though, I have a goal to skimboard from my dock to my neighbor's dock over there, which is currently underwater. And I've attempted it several times. Oh, we're getting a little sprinkle now. But I attempted it several times and I just sink straight into the water. Now the drop was a lot higher when I attempted it in the past, so I was gonna attempt it more recently now that the water's up, to see if I can, since the water's up higher and it won't be like a drop down into the water, that if I can actually do a skim. And but the thing is, I'm not in the best shape. I am trying to lose some weight. I lost 4 pounds, but I really need to lose another 10 pounds before I think I'll be confident enough that I'll be light enough to actually skimboard across it. So that's just a side note. And maybe if we go underwater, that might be one fun thing I can do, is I can actually try to skimboard over there. That Adrian guy on YouTube who does it, he makes it look so easy, but it's definitely not that easy. Okay, so I'm gonna start the boat up and let's take a little tour. Okay, for those of you who are cold start enthusiasts, I haven't started this boat in like 2 weeks. So let's see how it goes. That's a Mercury 40 4-stroke. I have ethanol-free gas in it. Okay, it's kind of raining a lot harder than what I thought. So this is my place before. I would like to think I could survive a foot. If the water went up a foot, I would like to think it wouldn't touch my house. Before the storm!
Before the storm.
Okay, so as you can see, this guy has water touching his house. And underneath his carport there. But that house is like 2 years old, and they had water touching his house pretty much immediately after they built it. But definitely calm before the storm, I guess. I'm not gonna go out on the lake at all because I don't want to waste too much time, but I just wanted to get my boat started. On the canal I live on, not too many houses are in that bad of shape right now. I've seen it a lot worse. I guess that extra 5 inches when it was up in September of 2020, when it was 5 inches higher than what it is now. There was a lot of people with water touching their house. This modular home is brand new within like the last 6 months. And they brought in a lot of dirt before they put in that home, but they're still pretty low. And then this dock is underwater, which this dock's been underwater for a while now. It has a good foot. and the water level doesn't look too bad here. I almost didn't find where the lock was because I usually look for the orange grove and the orange grove's not there. But look how high they raised this land up like 4 feet. The orange grove wasn't that high. You see, that's what concerns me about they raise all these new developments they put around the lake, and then I feel like it just runs straight into the lake, makes the lake level higher. But anyway, it looks like they're draining it, and it looks like it's clear for the most part. But yeah, it looks like the water's running. Definitely the water's flowing. And then I don't know what they were doing here. They dug this trench to go in here, but yeah, the water's definitely flowing over the lock there, so they are draining it, so that's good. If you go back to that Hurricane Dorian video, I was complaining that they weren't draining it at that point in time. Actually, it looks like they're draining it quite a bit. Usually when they drain it, it's very, you can't even tell they're draining it. But look. I mean, you can tell the water's flowing out the pipe. They usually don't drain it that much, so that's a good sign. It's either that or some Yahoo went in, oh, I just realized it. They locked it up. Yeah, they locked it up. So it used to not be locked. So anyone could have taken, and there wasn't a wheel on it before. It used to not be locked, and anyone could take a pipe wrench and turn it. But they have it all locked up. So that's new. Yeah, my neighbors tell stories about they used to lock it up, and then people would come at night, cut the locks, and cut the locks and open the lock. But yeah, so they are draining it, so that's good. Okay, and to complete the tour, I guess I'll show you the culvert at the end of my driveway. So there used to be never a problem here at the end of the driveway here. It was like this before I moved in, but about 3.5 years ago, 4 years ago, I mentioned in that Dorian video, the county decided to dig out the ditch real wide and deep and kind of messed everything up, and ever since then the driveway's been slowly washing away. So I've just been adding cement. I know that that's not a permanent fix. Eventually it's probably going to fall over, but that's the only thing I can think of to do. I do have a drain pipe perforated drain pipe going through here, and it comes out there. I added that to help with the erosion, but pretty much this whole thing's eroded. And then at Lowe's they talked me into putting this cold set asphalt in there, and I should have just did concrete. But anyway, I just wanted to show the level of it. Now, the reason the county messed up was because they couldn't find the pipe. The pipe is over there, and I have it marked with spray paint, but the water is over that level that the spray paint's marked. I should have marked it higher. But this pipe is clear. Water does flow, and water flows this way out of the pipe. So over here on the other side of the road, they claim that this is part of a different water system, and that this water system drains north. It kind of seems like it's kind of hard to believe that on one side of the road and on the other side of the road are two different water systems, but that's what they claim. And as you can see, the water is right there. So probably a good foot, maybe 1.5 feet. I think I've seen this higher though, I want to say, because I felt like in the past, like the water has been kind of level before it drops down. But anyway, I thought I would post this video before the storm because I thought it might be interesting to see him before and after. You know, you really can't, you know, what can you do? You can pray about it, you know, the Lord's in control, but other than that, you can just only prepare a little bit. But I thought I just wanted to document what things were like in case things get really crazy, because I have a feeling if we get a foot of rain tomorrow, things are going to be crazy around here. Well, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.